Hi everyone, this is Zac Latham and I'm the host of the Quest to Invest YouTube channel or podcast. So this is something that I've set out to do recently. I've really wanted to find a platform that I could have to share my thoughts and ideas, and also use this as a bit of a journal for myself as well, to be able to go back and see all of the growth I've made over the time as well. A little bit about me. I'm 24. I live in the western suburbs of Melbourne, and currently I'm a teacher. I teach upper end primary school, and that's something I really love doing. I love working with people and getting to know people and their stories, and so I hope this is another sort of platform that I'll be able to do that with a whole range of new people as well. I guess one thing I've found over time is that investing isn't often something that you do with people. Often it's something that is done individually, and I'm much more of a team player myself. I'm someone who loves to be with people and get to know people, and so I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to have a few different friends who are really, I guess, invested in learning about investing. And so that's been great for me, but I know that's not something that everybody has the experience of. And I know there's a lot of times where I just really want to just talk about all this stuff with somebody, and my family and friends just may not be interested in this at all. And so it's good. I want to be able to develop a community of people who love to talk about this, who can share things together, and who ultimately we can grow in a range of different ways together. So why did I choose the name Quest to Invest? Well, after a lot of thinking, I was trying to come up with a name, and it is quite difficult, but I found that I wanted something that talked about it being a journey towards investing. I'm by no means a experienced or great investor, and I don't have a big history of investing. In fact, this is something that I've only really been working on and thinking about probably the last year and a half or 2 years now. And so I wanted to have a platform where I was able to share the things I was learning, also and also hopefully gaining some insights back from you as well, through comments, through email, through interacting together on Twitter or things like that. So that's kind of where it started from. I thought that the word quest also helped, that it talks about a journey in some ways. It talks about journeying together, working together to reach a common goal. And so for me, that common goal is to learn to invest. I think that the term quest also kind of implies that there's some kind of that it is a journey, but there's also a lot of problems that may come along the way. So, when I'm thinking about the word quest, I guess I think about what it would be like in medieval times or whatever, when you're going on a journey, you're going on a quest to go and save the princess in the castle or whatever it is. So for me, I guess I look at my journey to investing similar to that in some ways, that there is an attainable goal. There's something that I'm striving for, but at the same time, there's also going to be hardships along the way. There's going to be times where you're going to stumble and cause have some sort of issue, but there's also going to be other times where you're going to have mini wins along the way, and things that really help in that as well. So I guess all of these together is why I came up with the name Quest to Invest. And hopefully that's something that will grow as we go along as well. I guess there's a few main goals that I'm aiming for in this quest to invest, and some of those are that I want to set up my family financially for the future, and something that as a generational change as well. I want to be able to invest with my values and my core values, I guess, the things that I really want, that I deeply care about, and that I want to see change in the world. So whether that's be, changing the way that people are treated, changing the way that things are happening in the world, they're the key things, I guess, that I want to be investing in as well. So I guess another thing that I want to talk about is who's been my mentors, who have been the people that I've looked up to so far in the time that I've been learning all of these things. So ultimately, I'm focusing and looking towards Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger and the way that they invest, in their long-term, patient style of investing, where you really know a business and their core values and everything about them, and that you could run them as business if you needed to. So I guess they're two of the main ones. and obviously Ben Graham being the founding father of that type of intelligent value investing. And then I also look up to people like Phil and Danielle Town. I've been able to listen to them on their podcast a lot. I've been able to read books from them as well. I guess I've also been looking up to people like, say, Peter Lynch, which is he's got a great book that I'm reading at the moment. So these are kind of all people that I've been looking towards. Also Manish Prabrai and Guy Spier as well have been great influences recently as well. And so all these people are people that I'm looking up to and that I want to try and aspire to be like. And all of them have I guess a big key of what they do is, although they're investing, they're also really big into helping people learn how to invest as well, and to educate people as well. And so I want to follow in their footsteps in that way as well, because I think it's a really valuable thing to do. So what is this channel going to look like, or this podcast, depending on where you're viewing or listening to it? So at the beginning, my thinking is that I'm going to go through some of the quarterly and annual reports of these companies, of a whole range of companies from different industries. Part of the reason for that is that I really wanted to learn to read annual and quarterly reports better. I want to know what the key parts are, rather than having to go through the 100 pages or whatever it is of each one to try and figure out where is the, where's the actual meaning, where's the depth of the information that I want to know. I don't want to have to waste my time reading through parts of information that aren't going to help me at all anyway. So I guess the key aim at the start is to be reading through some of those as we're getting up to earnings season as well at the moment. So going through, I guess, the key areas of that, and that will probably start with me just straight reading that piece of text, and hopefully that's something that will help you learn as well. Because for me, I found that I'm not very good at sitting down and reading text all the time. I really enjoy listening to podcasts. I really enjoy watching YouTube videos. And so for me, I want to be able to take in that content in a different way as well. So that's something that I thought, well, I might record these, me reading these things for myself anyway. And I thought, well, what better way to help other people who might want to do the same thing? So if it's something that you're interested in, that's something that I'm going to be trying to put up over the next few weeks and months. In between earnings seasons, so when there's a time where there's not many companies reporting their earnings for that time, or any of these reports, that's when I really want to dig deep into some of the other fundamental ideas of using your money wisely. I know it's something that as a teacher, I've been really conscious of how, the general idea that you get to the end of school and you realize you haven't learned how to do taxes, you haven't realized, you haven't learned how to, how to open a brokerage account to invest in the stock market, how to do all these different things. And so that's something that I want to be able to be a change in the world in that state as well, in that part of the world as well. So that's something that I'm hoping that I'll be able to do in between those earnings times. And so if you've got any other ideas of things you want to hear, or things you're learning about that you think other people would benefit from as well, then that might be something that you might want to contact me about for during those times. So at the moment, the plan is that I've got this video going up on YouTube, and if you're watching it there, obviously, hello, good to see you, and I hope you can see me clearly. And then otherwise, this is going to be going up as a podcast as well, because I think a lot of people don't want to just watch videos all the time. Sometimes you might be walking or doing the dishes or whatever you're doing, and you want to have some audio to listen to. So this will be going up as a podcast as well, and hopefully on all of your major podcasting networks as well. So if you're viewing it on YouTube and you want to go listen to it, that's fine as well. Ultimately, there's no way that you can write comments on those platforms often, whereas YouTube, there is access to that. So if you want to drop a comment down below, feel free. Otherwise, I've put in my Twitter handle as well, which you can direct message me in as well, or you can publicly share things on there. Otherwise, I've also put in my email address, which is just for this channel. So I'll make sure I read all of those, and I'll be always reading all those comments as well. So there's a few different ways you can contact me as well, and you can get into really learning about all this. If you stuck it out to the end of the video, thanks so much for the support so far. You can look forward to the rest of the videos as they come out over the next few weeks. Please comment and give me some sort of insight, some feedback into what you thought of this video so far. How's the microphone? How's the video quality? All that sort of stuff. And yeah, can't wait to get to know you more and to journey together in our quest to invest. Thanks.